Hello everybody and welcome to this promo video for April a month. No, it's not an April joke, this is a serious video for patreon.com/golf/Tourney. I'm gonna talk you through our 3 tournament divisions that is pouring out success amongst our followers every single month. We do have the link to patreon.com/golf/Tourney in the link in the description down below. You can also scan the QR code on the side of me and you get directly there. Then you can choose amongst all of our packages. We do have something for everyone. We do have tournament package and tour guide packages. Before we take a look at the guides, just some general information about our guides. We are updating always for the win changes for every round. Our deadline is one of the quickest there is on the market, where the qualifying round guides are out already on Monday. Somewhere between, when it comes to Master, the qualifying round guide is out already 9 hours after the start of the qualifying round guide. When it comes to Expert and Pro, that guide is out within the first 12 hours after the start of the qualifying round. So you can get a quick early look and then obviously work with that guide during the qualifying rounds. Now we come to the opening round. We obviously change and adapt for the win changes there too. And we are keeping it early as well, where we do have the full opening round guide for Master and Expert already out on Thursday, which is massive, and you can start playing already. We have recently changed our time when it comes to Expert, and now we are by far the quickest one out with the full guide when it comes to Expert. So now we are not, what can I say, we're not waiting for the back nine to be early morning Friday. If you're a player, now you can actually get started and actually play a whole round already on Thursday evening. Front nine for Master is at 6 p.m. Swedish time, 1800, and when it comes to Expert and Pro, the front nine is at 2000 Swedish time, or like 8 p.m. Swedish time, and that's like 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Master is then noon Eastern Standard Time, and then when it comes to back nine, Expert is already 2 hours after that, which is 10 p.m. Central European Time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. Sorry, it's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Pro comes a little bit later during the night, in between Thursday and Friday. When it comes to Master Division, we cater to Apocalypse level 5+. We cater to free-to-play ball players and also those that do want to spend money on balls. Obviously, we do have something for everything. And that is something that you can probably ask anyone that has ever had our guides, that we are catering to absolutely everything, and we have you covered. In Expert, it's a free-to-play ball as a base. When it comes to special balls as an addition to that as well, when we do see it being necessary. When it comes to club, is Apocalypse level 4+. We cater to even lower level clubs. When it comes to Expert, obviously we do have specific shots for the higher level clubs as well. In Pro, it's XMI level 6+ as a main driver, obviously catering to the higher levels as well, but just to point out that we're catering to lower levels in Pro as well, to really give everyone a chance of becoming a good tournament player. Make sure to pay close attention to the guides coming up here. Those are examples from a previous tournament. If you want to see more examples, you can always email support@golf-tourney.com. Make sure to subscribe to today. You can get the spring major tournament guide already, because now it's the opening round. Make sure to sign up, get the opening round guide already, and then you have the weekend round to come, and then you have the rest of the month as well with all the content that is involved. Again, scan the QR code on the side of me there, or go to patreon.com/golf-tourney. Thank you so much for the support, and let's take a look at Master to start with. When it comes to a Master Division, our focus is both on free-to-play and for those that do want to use paid balls. We always offers more alternative than one when it comes to situations where the main option are not able to be played with a free-to-play ball, such as a Kingslayer, Luminary, Centurion, Kingmaker, and stuff like that. But here you have a typical par 4 from us. The layout is the same as on the par 5s. We separate the page for having the drive on the top half and then the second shot on the bottom half. This to make it easier for you to, once you have done the drive, you can then look down and you don't really have to look at anything when it comes to the drive, and you don't get confused and stuff like that. I'm personally in charge as the main shot creator in Master, together with my team members. Mark and Paul is focusing on the free play options, world-class players that are not just providing free-to-play options for you to get a safe birdie on a par 4 or a safe eagle on par 5, to actually give you like a very good chance for a drop on the par 4s and the par 5s, and obviously also the par 3s with if you're executing correctly. One thing to focus on the most here is the tables that we're working with. You can see there that we have a table that is RC, stands for rough line check. So here we're using a rough line check to determine what type of club distance we're going to use, and the slider percentage to be said. 12% is what we're using from +2. Let's say that we would be having the +1, as you can see the picture of the rough check displays, then we're going to do 0.1. And what does that mean? It means that you're manually putting in the slider to always be at +12, at 12% with the suggested elevation. And then whatever number you're given there, let's say that you get 10 rings to pull, then you're deducting 0.1 from that, so you pull 9.9. The reason we're working with those type of tables is to speed up the process, because if we wouldn't have done this, we would have forced you to go and manually change the slider if the plus yardage would have been anything different than +2. So all about saving time, making sure that we have plenty of time for the setup and those parts that are crucial, and to then hit perfect, obviously. So here, typical example of a par 4 and a par 5 slide when it comes to the format, and then you have the main text, you have the landing position screenshots and the spin box. You have everything here to just to execute it then properly. Let's take a look at a par 3 in Master. The par 3 is similar but not the same, meaning that the format is not the same, but obviously the similarity with it is that it has all the information. Obviously, we do have free-to-play ball options. We do have four options that are not free-to-play as well, like the main thing for us when it comes to the par 3s is to have the main option as the absolute most and solid one when it comes to the par 3s, to be able to provide a shot that is just absolute 100% in our opinion. So here we do have the main text, you do have the landing position screenshot, you also have something on the bottom right, which is something, in my opinion, is extremely important to work with today in Master, but to a degree as well in Expert. That is wind angle tweaks. So depending on what type of wind angle you have, you're going to do a set of tweaks. And you don't have to do it, but we offer the possibility to do so. And those of you that already know about this know how much big of a deal this is in the Golf Clash game today. And that's something to really have a think of if you're not using today, to maybe start using it. You don't have to use it in the extent that we are using here, but use parts of it and do your best. Learn, improve, and you will see that your drop rate on the par 3s will improve massively. Time to take a look at Expert. And Expert has the same type of format as Master, and obviously as a Pro we do go with the same format through all divisions. And the reason for that is to simplify the usage of them, so you don't have to be confused if you're stepping up a division or going down a division. In Expert we're using a different color, as you can see it's orange or yellow, whatever you want to say about that. So here, typical par 4 and par 5, and to be said, Expert is run by Brandon Burke and Ben Kennedy. Brandon Burke is working on the base of the guide, meaning that we're always having an absolute brilliant shot when it comes to free-to-play ball usage, which is nowadays the Kingmakers, Kingslayers, Luminaries, and Centurions, and obviously Titans and Cirques and stuff like that as well. So the base is always going to be free to play. We do not believe that there is a need of using a special ball every time in Expert. Obviously you have a possibility to do that, but you don't have to, and we don't want to force you to do that. We want to create a way for you to attack the pin using a non-paid ball instead, so you can save the better balls to situations where it's absolutely needed. Ben's focus is to do special ball play, like win 5 balls, aggressive plays with win 0 balls, P5 balls and stuff like that. We always have in the team constant discussion on what can we do on this specific hole. So if we do have a possibility to go aggressive, and that would give us a massive advantage by doing so, we will create a guide for that. But we will never, once again, put you in a situation where we're forcing you playing with win 5 ball all the time. And that's something that, in my opinion, is extremely important to have in mind, because again, we do want to save most of the special balls to when we go up into master. But obviously you're free to use whatever ball you like, but the base is always free to play, but we're adding aggressive options as well for you to attack in a different way if you would so like. When it comes to a par 3, it has the similar structure. We obviously work with wind angles there too, not maybe to the same extent in expert, because sometimes it's not needed because the wind is much lower, but it's definitely needed to a degree. And here we do have the similarity with the wind angles to what to do in those, and also we do have the main text and the landing position screenshot. Everything looks the same as in master, again keeping the same format all the way through, giving you a comfort in how we do produce the guides. So a typical par 3 and a typical par 4 / par 5 for you here in expert to have a look at. Last but not least, we come to the blue division, which is Pro, run by Radu. And Pro division is special because in Pro, obviously the wind changes when it comes to all the rounds, which is the tough part. But we have seen an enormous amount of success lately with our Pro guides. We are catering to low level clubs. You can see here quarterback level 7+. We also have extra mile level 6+ that we do cater towards. Obviously, I mentioned that already in the beginning for you to listen to. Here you can see a typical par 4. We do have the drive, we do have the second shot, similar setup as per expert and master, but once again we're catering to lower level clubs. It's always free to play balls in Pro, because we do believe that in Pro we are playing with free to play balls and still having a massive chance to success. Sure, we can bundle in a special ball here and there, but we're not gonna bundle it in if we don't see it to be absolutely necessary. When it comes to the par 3s, obviously it's a similar type of structure. We are working with wind angles in Pro, but as the wind is lower than in expert and in master than in general, then obviously we're not working with it in the same extent. We're not going to make it too complicated if it's not necessary to make it a little bit more complicated. Main text, everything, you see the par 3 works really well, and this one was an absolute nice one. I remember dropping this one myself in the latest St. Patrick's tournament. So there you have a display, a nice display for Pro. So everybody, thank you so much for watching this promo video for Pro, Expert and Master Division tournament guides here on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. And to really get to the point that I've been trying to make here is that we are catering to all types of player here. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner in expert, beginner in master, beginner in pro. We have built guides for years. We know what to do. We know how to teach. And it's not all about getting a guide from us. It's all about getting you to become a better player, understanding the game better, and then improve together with us. And obviously have the guide then to really accelerate and get yourself into the spots that you eventually want in the tournament. As always, you can see examples if you do email support@golfclashtommy.com. And the best way to sign up is always in the beginning of the month. Obviously, signing up in the middle of the month or in the end of the month is also possible. Then you will have a partial refund coming your way. But go to patreon.com/golfclashtommy. You do have the link in the description down below. Or you can scan the QR code that you do have there on the side of me, then you get directly to Patreon. Pick whatever package you like and then make sure to join in on the fun and make sure to start your journey and becoming a better Golf Clash player. Thank you so much everyone for the support and the trust in making you a better tournament and tour player.